Recently, I woke up and said to myself, I don't have enough crappy vehicles. So I got another one. This is a 91, I think, Toyota Corolla All-Trac wagon. This thing is super cool. It may not look like it right now, but this thing has a legendarily reliable 4.8 FE engine. You may notice it is apart. Couple broken door handles, 5-speed, beautiful blue interior, you know, what's left of it. Some questionable bodywork, and plenty of speed holes. And it's got this really sweet steel bumper on the back with a tow hitch. It's got these really sweet projector headlights that really blend in with the look of the car. They really don't look goofy at all. It's even got a drawer. Now, one thing that's really exciting, to me at least, when you look underneath, that is the same axle from an AE96. Here are all the parts I have for it. New brake rotors, distributor, exhaust, downpipe, intake components, washer fluid reservoir, valve cover, exhaust manifold. There's a cylinder head. I'm still missing a ton of stuff. So even though I don't have all the parts for the motor yet, in the meantime, there's still plenty left to do on this thing, like bodywork, interior, brakes, paint. The fuel tank needs to be dropped and cleaned out. Now, I already drained the gas out of this nasty fuel tank, but I want to take it down and at least look inside of it and clean it out. It's probably going to need a new fuel pump anyway, because this thing's been sitting for a long time. Here we see the evidence of some professionally installed shocks here. So I don't know when I'm going to get the rest of the parts for the engine that I need, but in the meantime, I know it needs brakes, some suspension stuff, bodywork, interior, and I'm going to start by dropping that gas tank down.
I just kind of find that bit unreasonably fun.
Oh, that's good.
Did you disconnect the fuel pump and everything, or?
No, you can't do it until you... Look at this. That's good.
What?
Look, come down here. This mount just broke right off. Oh, this one's gone completely. Well, it looks like we're doing a sway bar delete.
Is it gonna kick the end out?
Wait, this is for an AE86. I could easily just order that. That's got to be like a... Oh, wait, does this bolt on? I think it bolts on.
Wait, let me see.
I think the bracket looks like it bolt... Yeah, okay, this is a replaceable part. Okay, we're good.
Let me see. Oh!
It
Okay.
just bolts on this side and then it just goes in this little hole, I think. That's what it looks like. Alright, crisis averted. Making sure the camera is actually aimed at what I'm doing. This is like the easiest gas tank in the world to drop. I think I should probably undo these lines first, though.
How big is the gas tank anyway?
It looks... I'm gonna guess 18 gallons. I know this... Actually, I think the Celica's tank is 18 gallons, so this is probably like 12.
Huh. Well, I mean, it's probably more fuel efficient.
Yeah, it's a 1.6 versus a 2 liter, so... Oh, it's probably a good idea for me to not mix these up.
It's actually nice. Oh, let me see if I can find the crushed one.
This is so irritating. I'm about to just cut it because it's got a rubber hose. I'm about to just cut the rubber hose.
You know what I really want? I really wanted those super mini.
This plastic shield over the gas tank is bolted to the straps.
Them to be a little more obliterated. Ooh.
Jesus.
What the fuck was that?
Plastic.
Ah.
What are you attached to? Oh, it's like clipped onto the side of the fuck. Why? Oh. Oh, it broke on that strap. There's only one strap. So there's still one strap holding the frickin' tank in. I'll use the trailer plug to hold it. Perfect, look at that. The trailer plug is holding it.
Here you go, you can have these just in case.
Ew, the strap was like adhered on.
I heard.
Oh, I forgot the filler neck. That's what's holding it.
Daisy. Uh-oh. Oh, hold on.
What bolts are on there?
Probably none.
Oh, yup, you're... Jesus, it was just the gas cap. Okay. I figured there would be bolts there, but I guess not.
That bitch out of there. Oh! I can hear something in it.
There's a little something sloshing around.
Yeah, this is...
Whatever's in there is still a little flammable, because I remember I ran it in my truck. Sweet.
Where are we taking it?
We're going to gas tank jail. I'm going to address these holes. Got to take this trim piece off and this trim piece off.
Obliterate both of them into 1,000 pieces.
Hopefully we don't break all of the clips.
You want me to pry at it?
Yeah, I can't see it now though. Oh, no, I can't. Okay.
Oh!
Just lift it up.
Oh!
Yeah, it didn't break. Oh, thank.
That... Oh yeah, it's actually fine. Holy shit. Wow. I mean, it looks like it needs a bit of force, but it'll just go right back on, no problem. Look at it. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't think anything broke.
Exactly. So much less on the axle, so like some of the worst things.
There's like 20 bolts holding this stupid...
So Toyota's great and all until they do something like that.
There we go. Just make sure not to break the plastic. That's all I care about. Break, thank God. There we go.
Oh, oh, that's what broke. The clip.
Yeah, that's fine.
Crusty. Jesus, why don't you have like one of those nice... Oh.
This thing's pretty quiet too. This is nice. This is only like 30 bucks on Amazon.
Wow. Alright, I guess, let's see.
It sounds very...
You're shilling your China garbage to your viewers. Oh! Whoa!
Look at that. See, that's the right tool.
Get the fuck in there.
.40 grit does a much better job. Look at the sparks.
Okay, you had to say something and it just randomly fixed itself.
It's like, no, I need to...
I'm good, bro.
I just want to get rid of some of this pitting and make it like shiny metal.
Camp light.
This isn't a very effective light source. What? Probably gonna have to do like one layer and then wait a couple hours and then do another layer just to like fill in the hole, you know? No, actually, or it's not anymore. But
Is this a good NVMe?
No, it's garbage. It's Chinese. It's like 2 gigs. You're just gonna take a bunch of layers, man. Slowly fill the hole. The best applicator.
The cardboard or
Finger.
the finger? That happens.
So it's a Suzuki Vitara. That happened after my Camry's transmission shit the bed while I was delivering pizza. I got in it and put it in drive and just nothing. Okay, this needs a little bit more gooping here, here, and here. But I'm going to give it a quick sand first to reveal any low spots that I might also need to fill. Once the fiberglass is done, I'm going to go over it with regular body filler, just a very thin coat. When you do it this way, it'll last a very long time. I know obviously the right way to do it is to cut this out and put a new piece of metal in there and weld it up. But this car has some other rust issues that I'd much rather be putting my effort into that isn't this. This is just cosmetic. So I'm gonna sand this down real quick, and then I'm gonna fill these holes, and then I'm gonna open the tailgate like this and let gravity help me, so that way it's not, you know, trying to fill a vertical hole. I sanded it and added a layer of body filler while you weren't looking, and after I sand it this last time, it should be ready for paint. I might get a stock bumper to replace this with, but for now I think it's just going to look a lot better if I just spray paint it. This thing's got two busted door handles, one right here and one on the opposite door. I'm just going to take them off. I got new ones coming in the mail. So these door handles are held in by two 10 mils. There's one right there and then one right there. And this one is on a very thin little metal tab built into the door. And as soon as you put a socket or a wrench on this, it just bends the whole tab. And I don't want to do that. So I'm going to put vice grips on the other side of it and then try to undo it. That did the trick. Now these door handles are a lot easier if you just break them out the rest of the way. That way you could get to this nut a lot easier without all the plastic in the way. With the door handle all broken apart, I can reach this this captive nut that's supposed to be part of the door handle, and I could clamp onto it with vice grips, and then I could just turn the bolt out. I'm going to keep the lock cylinder out of this door handle because it's the front one. It's just held in to the door handle with this little clip. I got this rear window trim back on. Some of the clips in the middle broke, so I'll need to, I don't know, I need to take this off anyway in the future in order to paint this, so I'm not too worried about it. I mean, it's not going anywhere, but just kind of bowed out in the middle here where the clips broke. Before I put the license plate surround trim back on, I am going to replace these license plate lights with some LEDs. I had to pry this bulb out with a pick, but it still worked. Okay, well I can't put this all back together right now because I broke the handle, so I need to get another one of those. But yeah, this is what it's gonna look like. Looks beautiful. No more rust holes. Perfectly smooth, flat. Looks just like it did from the factory. Minus the paint, obviously. Okay, I still got plenty of stuff left to do with this interior. The carpet isn't all the way out yet. I'm gonna take the carpet out, blow it out with the air compressor and vacuum it. Clean it up really good. Wipe everything down, and then I need to take this door panel off as well. I have insulation coming. I'm gonna do sound deadening insulation all the way around inside the whole car and all the doors and the roof. I gotta take the headliner off as well. But while I'm waiting for that stuff to come in the mail, I'm gonna get started on the brakes. I have new rotors, new drums. Alright, I didn't order new brake pads because I figured these would be alright to reuse, but no, they're definitely not. So I'm gonna get new brake pads. Wow, that's really on there. Just gonna use zip ties to hold these brake calipers up out of the way. Come on. Okay, I was going to use this paint that I had lying around for years, but upon opening it, I've noticed she's got some chunks. You know, I don't know if those are performance chunks or not, so I'm gonna mix this up very thoroughly, as thoroughly as I can, and I'm gonna do a little test spot, like right here or something, and then just wait a couple hours and see if it dries or does anything weird. And if it works out, then I'll use it, and if it doesn't, then I'll get some new paint. All right, I'm just gonna paint this one little spot right here, and then I'll come back in a couple hours and see if it dries effectively. or if it just stays a goopy, disgusting mess. While that's drying, I'm going to try to get this back wheel off that is very much stuck on there. I gave it the old backwards kick a bunch of times, it ain't coming off. Alright, well the camera wasn't on, but I stuck this pry bar in between the drum and the wheel and it just came right off. Alright, my little test patch of the paint here came out pretty good. It dried up really quick and it's totally fine. So I'm going to go ahead and rebuild the suspension on all four corners with this paint. I got the brake drums painted up, just waiting for those to dry. I had to go out, get some more brake clean up this gas tank. Absolutely disgusting. Throw a new fuel pump in it, and then it's going right back in the car. When I was cleaning up the suspension with the needle scaler, I kind of went a little crazy and discovered this whole quarter of the rocker is full of spray foam. So this is like the worst spot on the whole car, but there's other bad spots. I mean, all the wheel arches have like thick paint that's presumably over something. Like on this side, there's like, I don't know what that is, maybe sheet metal or maybe even plastic that's like riveted in. I mean, honestly, that can stay. I might want to hammer all this out and like fill it with fiberglass and sand it down smooth so it looks better than it does now. All the doors are pretty rusty. This one, unfortunately, is the worst. It's like separated right here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get like a clamp on here, clamp this up, and then fill it up with fiberglass, sand it down smooth, fill these little holes, and some rust here on top too. Okay, it's been a couple hours. I got everything pretty much painted in the front here. Control arms, sway bar, tie rod, strut, knuckle, brake caliper, axle, everything. It's looking pretty good. There's a few more little spots I want to touch up. It's like 99% done in the front. It's a little time consuming getting in all the nooks and crannies with a paintbrush. And there's a few spots that I didn't paint on purpose, like these sway bar links up front. I'm going to replace those because the bushings are pretty shot. This ball joint looks totally fine, but they bolt in and they're very easy to replace and they're very cheap, so I got new ones. Alright, it took quite a while, but I got everything painted back here. It's looking really nice. The sway bar here is dangling because the brackets for it are broken. I'm gonna grab some new ones of those. It's no big deal. The brakes on both sides look pretty nice, actually. It looks like these were done not that long ago before it was parked. So I'm gonna leave all of this exactly how it is. I will, you know, rebuild it with some brake clean before I pop the new drums on. The brakes on this car actually work, which is pretty amazing for me. I never get cars with brakes that work. One thing that sucks is I didn't realize until now, this driver's side caliper has the bleeder broken right off of it. Not really a big deal. I'll probably just grab another caliper instead of dealing with that. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to reuse these brake pads, you know, even though they look really good. I did order some new ones. Got the carpet the rest of the way out. I got this nice attachment for the air compressor. That's gonna get real disgusting real fast. There's a giant cloud in here now. Probably gonna do this outside with a mask on and then vacuum it out, rinse and repeat a couple times, and I'll have this carpet looking brand new. It does have some staining. I'm not terribly worried about it though. I also have this really nice black carpet that I could use for the back trunk area. This was just left over from another project. But yeah, as far as this interior goes, my plan, like I said, is to fully insulate the entire car back there along the floor, inside the doors, also on the roof. I'm going to do that last though because I'm kind of short on space here. And this headliner is really nice. I don't have anywhere to put it where it's not going to get filthy. So I'm going to take this out probably last. One thing that's cool is this amp here is mounted where the glove box used to live. It's hooked up to the stock wiring harness, so all the speaker wires haven't been filled with or anything. He did it the right way. He didn't cut the harness or anything. This is a harness adapter here, which is very nice. So I could even just go back to like a stock head unit even if I wanted to. As far as rust in here, it's looking very, very good. There's really nothing to worry about at all, other than a couple little spots back here. There's this hole right here where a rubber drain plug used to live. Unfortunately, it is no longer round, so I could get one of those rubber drain plugs and pop it in there, but it's not really going to sit very well. There's always going to be air gaps, so I might just fill that up. There's a tiny little hole right here. Same thing with this drain hole here. I mean, this one is still decent, so I'll sand that down and probably just leave this alone. The biggest holes are in the spare tire well here. There's one big one here, one big one there, and then a couple other little tiny ones. But yeah, I think everything that I just pointed out is pretty much the extent of what I'm going to worry about as far as rust, because this car has plenty of body rust. Underneath is immaculate, of course, because it's a Toyota, but the body is not so much. So I think the beater vibe is very much going to be embraced with this build. Yeah, I don't think this car is ever going to be perfect. If I want to drive something nice, I'll drive this. I did fix the tailgate rust here. This was more of a big deal than the rust on the rockers and everything, because this was just the open air hole right into the car that would let water in and stuff. So that's a big deal that needed to be fixed. But other than that, I am really not worried about any of the other rust. You know, I'll probably patch some of it with like license plates or something. You know, it's character, all right? I'll leave it alone. There's the center console out of this car. As you can see, it's pretty useless. You could fit pretty much nothing in there. You could fit exactly 4 quarters inside of here. Completely useless. Whereas this is the center console out of a Pontiac Vibe, which is much taller, more ergonomic. It's got a much larger, actually usable storage area there. Little cubby here. Actually usable cup holders. Plus I wired it up. There's a 12-volt cigarette lighter outlet in there. Plus some quick charge USB ports that light up. So I think I'm just gonna like lob this off right here and then use this center console in this car, because it looks like it will just fit. The other biggest thing is I'll probably need to cut some holes in the side of it here for the seat belts, but that's easy. As far as these speakers go, these are seemingly original and they're pretty junk. I'm sure these sound really terrible. So those are going to come out of there. I would like to be able to fit some 6.5-inch speakers in here because that's what I actually have. If not, I have some 4-inch speakers that I could rob out of this car or I could just buy some new ones for this. They're very cheap on Amazon. Now, some guy on a forum said that he was able to fit a 6.5-inch speaker inside this stock box without modifying it, and clearly he was full of shit, because that is obviously not possible. But I do have a full set of these nice JBL speakers I bought for my old car, and these are just some 3D printed brackets that I made. And it just so happens that they're like pretty much the same exact color as this, so I'm thinking I could use a Dremel, cut out a big hole right here in the top of this speaker box, and just bolt these speakers in just like this. I could even get rid of this speaker entirely, 3D print a adapter for this, just to put a tweeter right in there, and then just put the stock grill over it. So I'll have a tweeter and a speaker in the stock box once I like cut it up. That could be pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna do that. I could also mount this crossover box somewhere like in here, so it'd look clean. Also have some other goodies. I'm gonna keep that amp that's in the glove box. So I just got RCA cable to connect it to a head unit. And then I have these USB buck converters. I put these in every car. They're really useful. These just convert the 12 volts from the car to 5 volts USB. I'm gonna hardwire these under the dash somewhere, so I could route wires up the A-pillar under the headliner to hardwire a dash cam into the car. I also like having a magnetic phone charger that wirelessly charges my phone, and I'll have just a wire poking up out of the dash, nice and clean, so I don't have a, I don't have a USB cable like dangling around in the interior. I'll just hardwire it in, and it looks much nicer that way. Oh, here's the head unit I'm going to use. The Pliz. Now, I really love these Chinese head units. This one's actually a pretty nice one. I left the screen protector in it because I didn't use it for very long. But it's pretty fast. It's got like a quad core or something in there. But what's nice about these, as opposed from the ones that you could just buy in a regular store, like a Pioneer or a Kenwood or something, this is literally just straight up full Android. This is just an Android tablet with an amplifier in it, which is really cool. That means you could put literally any program you could put on your phone or a tablet on here. Like you run full YouTube on this thing. You even have like picture-in-picture, so you could have GPS and YouTube at the same time. You could run full Android Spotify on it. It's really nice, plus obviously a backup camera. I like this one especially because it actually has a volume knob instead of those stupid touch capacitive buttons. I did break the little faceplate off here for the USB port, but that's okay. Even has a remote. I could like Velcro to the back of the center console for the back seat or something. These are the stock floor mats for this car too, very nice. I did go ahead and paint up these brackets, like the alternator bracket and the one for the AC pump, as well as all 3 wiper blades. These exhaust shields, high temp paint. Alright, it's been a few days. I got a whole crap ton of parts for this thing. Pretty much everything for the interior is up here. I got seats in the back. This is all extra stuff. Spare cylinder head, spare valve cover, distributor, intake, exhaust manifold, because I got the entire new top end of the motor here, the cylinder head and the intake and exhaust and camshafts and everything from a different car, and a new distributor. So I'm going to take everything all apart, clean it up, put it back together, slap it on this thing, and get it running as soon as possible. Right now I've been busy cleaning up the engine bay because it's been absolutely disgusting. I'm shooting it with degreaser, simple green, going at it with the wire brush, rinsing it off, and rinse and repeat. I did that like 5-6 times. It's getting pretty clean in here, but not clean enough to paint, which is what I want to do. I'd like to, rebuild the engine here with some spray paint, make it look nice. I also got an original radiator out here that I flushed out with the garden hose. It's looking pretty good. I don't think it leaks. New radiator for this car is like $60 on Rock Auto, but it's not the exact correct one, so I got this one, which is the exact correct one. Also, I had a gas tank here that I took out. Cleaned that up as best as I could. Cleaner of the 2 valve covers out here, and I'm gonna clean up even more. And then once all this other crap is clean, I'm gonna start taking this apart and cleaning it, putting it back together. I still have the gasket kit coming in the mail and a bunch of other crap, but yeah, it's slow going cleaning up this engine bay right now. I already used like 3 or 4 cans of degreaser and brake clean and some simple green. It is a absolutely disgusting mess. Okay, I think I'm gonna cut this one here. I'll be back once I get more stuff in the mail for the top half of the motor and for the interior, so that'll be in next video. So I'll see you guys then. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this. If you did, hit subscribe, that'd be pretty cool. Let me know if you want to see a video on this thing. It's very nice. All right, I'm gonna get back to cleaning up this disgusting gas tank and valve cover.